Isn't this wee guy just the cutest? Meet Cheech. This little guy is a rescue dog at the City of Waller Animal Shelter in Texas. Some volunteers at the shelter initially believed this was Cheech snarling and were scared of him. But they soon found out that that's no snarl, that's an old-fashioned doggy smile, and that same smile has gone viral. Apparently, he can smile on command and is described as super sweet. And the good news is he's up for adoption. You can find out more about that in the link below. Keep watching for more of Man's Best Friend.
Who's a clever boy then? This dog proved he's smarter than your average pooch when he broke out of his kennel earlier this week and wandered off into the night. The 10-year-old Great Pyrenees named General was lodging at an animal hospital in Stafford, Virginia, while his owners went to Virginia Beach on vacation. And as you can see from the footage, perhaps he wanted out so he could go join them. At around 4:15 a.m. on Monday, General busted out of his temporary accommodation, then opened at least 4 different doors in his heroic bid for freedom. He'd been staying at the animal hospital for the previous 2 nights, but clearly had had enough. Here we see the 124-pound dog making his way down a hallway, then sniffing around an office area. If General looks familiar with the surroundings, his owner said that's because the clever canine had been visiting the hospital for the past 10 months. Finally, General uses his mouth to open a door that leads him outside to a parking lot. Then off he went into the night. Around 3 hours later, hospital staff discovered General was missing and called his owners. The search for the dog went on for most of Monday. He was eventually found at 9 p.m., around 17 hours after he went missing in action. General was sitting in the garden of a nearby home, happy to be in the great outdoors and out of his cage. The dog's owners cut short their vacation to search for the beloved pet, and they were eventually reunited. So who's a clever boy then?
Dog stays behind to protect baby goats from wildfire. This is Odin, a Pyrenees dog from Wine Country, California. And these are his goats. Wine Country is currently ablaze with wildfires, and Odin was all up in it. His owner, Tembo Hendal, said he and his family caught word of an approaching fire and were trying to leave, but Odin wouldn't budge. Hendal said they even cried for Odin and the baby goats, thinking the worst would come to pass. But to their surprise, they found Odin and the goats, and even some deer alive just a few days later, albeit a bit burned. Now, if you're Norse geeks like us, you're probably thinking Odin went all Odin and sent the fiery giant Surtur back to the pit from whence it came. But that's not the case, at least not here. Hendal reckons that Odin managed to ferry the goats to a rocky area near the home. Odin, for his troubles, suffered heat damage to his fur, which turned orange, and some burns to his paws. Meanwhile, much of his humans farm was damaged in the fire. The family has set up a You Caring page to help pay for barn repairs, as well as for water and shelter for Odin, his sister Tessa, and the goats. If you're feeling generous, we've included a link in the description.